across the fruited plain from coast to coast, but in the South, where they say the game just means more, there's only one game considered the Deep South's oldest rivalry. From black jersey debuts to prayers of Jordan hair, this matchup has had it all. A live look between the hedges, Sanford Stadium in Athens. It's the Auburn Tigers and the Georgia Bulldogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. This team has continued to shine, and he said his message to them in the locker room before the game was, this is our opportunity. They were not ranked to start the season and have continued to play their way into the conversation, but every week gets a little harder. He wants intensity and focus right out of the gate to prove to the world we belong, and we're going to keep making noise this season. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The coverage team maintains its discipline, not much doing on that return. The Bulldogs offense will get first crack at it today. The Bulldogs pulled one out of the fire and beat Auburn in a close one the last time these two met.
Yeah, it was a really good one in the Deep South's oldest rivalry. We've seen so many great games in this matchup, and that was one of them. But Georgia came away with it, and Auburn got to think about that for a whole year.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll start on the ground with Frazier.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time. And not the optimum setup to try to salvage the opening drive with a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Rushes on him. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. My goodness, he unloads on that one. Fields the punt and tries to help improve that field position. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Tigers offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. They'll try to get the ground game going against what looks like a tough matchup for him. We'll see if this backer can keep him in check. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. At the 35, he's loose. Turning on the jet, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers!
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason coup. Like, you mentioned the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. At the end of the play, there's a Georgia Bulldog who has yet to get up. That is a sophomore offensive lineman down on the play, and we hope he's able to return soon. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Here comes the heat. Sliding to his left. Breaks into the open. And he's finally down, sliding in safely after the huge pickup. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. They'll run play action. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Humphries. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down.
Well, on that 3rd down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after they catch. But this is a defense that takes pride in their ability to tackle in the open field. That was a fantastic job of rallying to the ball carrier, inbounds, and getting him down, now setting up 4th.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
The run inside. It's Cobb. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He gets a block. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. At the 40, there he goes. He's loose. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Georgia. Boy, did he just scorch that defense with that score.
He shows you all of it, boys. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And the extra point gives him a 3-point lead at 10-7.
Offside.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. Guys, only Minnesota and Wisconsin have played more often than Auburn and Georgia. This rivalry is rich in tradition.
And you're right, Reese. This goes back to 1892. A long time. This game has been heated. You know a bunch of the names, a bunch of the storylines. And speaking of storylines, how about the mascot for Georgia? Literally trying to bite an Auburn wide receiver. That's how real this rivalry is.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Brown wants to pass. He's got him in the flat. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It's
might have a chance. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And that will fall incomplete, and we have played 1. Boy, they tried to end the 1st quarter on a high note to no avail. 2nd quarter's coming. Both teams wanted to run the football. Let's see how these 2 guys are doing so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Running inside. It's Cobb. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. This crowd knows when to bring it. Brown will throw it. He's got it. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Well, I got to give the defense credit on that. 3rd down, they were almost anticipating some throws to the outside. They took it all away, so they forced the quarterback to go into the middle of the field on the drag route where everybody could converge on the receiver and make the tackle short of the 1st down.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. We'll see what this offense can do sitting inside its own 20. It's complete to the right.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Frazier. Tackle is made at the 23. Let's call it a 5-yard pickup. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Wiley. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Tight end finds a soft spot, and they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? With the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They'll give to Frazier. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They go right back to it. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He caught it, and he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. Send the tight end in motion. They'll run with Nate Frazier. Touchdown, Dogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Bringing it out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Brown wants to pass. Right on the money. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Tries to get it on the ground. And he's not even going to come close to the marker on 4th down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
They get to him as he throws. Got his man downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And another connection and another big play for this offense. And they keep the gas to the floor. Like they're still throwing the football, still making big plays.
Could be an alley. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Now the play fake. Got his man on the outside. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Makes the grab inbounds! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Waning second to the first half. Let's see how they handle it. The run inside. It's Cobb. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll keep it on the ground. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking for a crease. It's Cobb. Turns it on in midfield. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. Let's get things popping this week with Kentucky taking on the number 4 team, the Oklahoma Sooners. And it's the Sooners on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates, and while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the ACC. Now back to your game at Sanford Stadium in Athens. We figured we'd be in store for a defensive stalemate. Instead, these two teams have moved the football on the ground. Kind of a throwback game, and I'm not sure there's any need to change it up in the second half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Auburn and Georgia plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here.
Number 91, Celtic.
He'll bring it out. It's Richardson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
I caught up with Auburn's head coach coming out of the locker room. They are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
And you got to expect this offense to go.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Fires to the wideout. Makes a grab. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
Well, you can't throw it much better than that. You've got an in-breaking route coming from the right-hand side, and there wasn't a big window to squeeze that football into, but really nice job on the timing. He threw it at the perfect moment, puts it only where his guy can make the catch, and they get a big...
Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the pummeling has started. What a game he's had. 3rd touchdown of this one and 5 on the season. The Dogs are starting to hunker down, and they are sinking their teeth into the Deep South's oldest rivalry.
And the red and black going crazy, the fans going nuts, and Georgia has dominated this rivalry of late. Auburn fans are sick and tired of the Dogs, but man, they got to do something about it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And right down the middle. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. He'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point in the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Some crossing routes are designed to beat man coverage, but that one worked out pretty well in zone. Nice job by the QB and receiver being on the same page, finding a soft spot, and getting the completion.
Working that left side now. Looks as if Auburn will have enough for the 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They've got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped.
Turns on the Jets. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. Brown will throw it. Plucks it out of the air. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
Working the middle, it's complete. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Looking to throw. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Great example of how a 2nd half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. 1st half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Dumps it to the back. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. It ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Dogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Pocket breaking down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Pulls it in at the 25. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Bunch formation for these receivers. Brown wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Kane. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll give it to Washington. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get the space and make the big game.
They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Motion from the wideout. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Frazier again. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's open on the right. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. And the Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. To the air, it's Stockton. The short hands, it's Riley. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Across the 45. He goes out of bounds, and that'll take us to the start of the 4th quarter. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. they go back to work in the final period of this one. Running inside, it's Phillips. Got enough for the first. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
The running back has it. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Makes the grab. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And the Bulldogs are facing 3rd and inches. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this...
Touchdown, Bulldog! And the stomping has commenced. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So here comes the Auburn offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Brown will throw it. Gets it to the back. Spins away from the defender. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Looking for a big play. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it 1st down at the 39. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Seriously, this just can't happen. A delay of game penalty, and it is 2nd and long. Quick release by the QB. Runs through a man, and he might have space. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Man, you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Right back to it. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Zings it complete to the right. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. And they didn't need the extra points, but maybe just a chance to stick it to them right here a little bit at the end. Georgia taking home the W in the Deep South's oldest rivalry. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.